of time, I thought I'd just repeat what I have the last few days and give a bit of an update of what's been going on, sorry, over at the 2025 Cycling Esports World Championships powered by Wahoo and the UCI. So, yesterday, pretty standard day, had like 8 hours plus sleep, woke up at 5 a.m. So, still too early, but like I think it's probably as good as it's going to get given the time difference from Oz. As long as I'm sleeping all right. Just settled in, the standard like energy drink, um, and then decided to get my ride done again before breakfast. Just with the timing and stuff of our race briefing today, and the other things I wanted to get done, it would just kind of fit given how early we're awake. So did my ride. I entered a Maiwush race actually, and just did it as like it's on the dust trail, so like a really rolly route. So it kind of just basically forced me to do like zone two on the climbs, and then just easy down. So it was a nice little mix of stimulus. Finished that one, like tried to draft the bot that I was with as best as possible. Finished that one and then just did some very minor openers to finish off. Don't really like the Taxneo setup here. The resistance feels good, but it's just not what I'm used to. So I'm just looking forward to getting back on my own setup, because all these different ones, like, you can't really get the quality of training done. But it was the same last year. It's all good. Went down to breakfast. Again, just like it was pretty quiet when we got down there. Most of the other crew seemed to get there quite a bit later than Kate and I have been. But by the end, like everyone kind of rolls through, and we spent several hours there. Kate got asked to test, go out to the venue and test, do the stages and that kind of thing. So that was cool. She left about 10:15. I just continued chatting to Tom and Neil for quite a while. We had to leave at maybe about 1:30, I think. So in between, just went for a bit of a walk, look around, and that kind of thing. Found some scales again. So yeah, just checked in to see where things were at there. We were kind of hovering around the 62 mark. Um, so yeah, like honestly, like with all this like hydration testing and stuff, like think about that crap more than the race. Like I think it's a bad, yeah, I think it's been a negative, like the introduction of this stuff personally for my the way I'm thinking and stuff. I far preferred the old kind of weigh-ins where it was very stress free, to be honest. Whereas yeah, this you're kind of constantly thinking about the decisions you're making, and yeah, I'm not a fan, to be honest. But if it helps someone's health, then great. But yeah, it's to the detriment of mine. Um, so we went to the briefing. Again, really good vibes. Got some good chats in with the crew. That's what it's all about. Like, just everyone's a good person. All the guys, and yeah, it's just good to spend time with these guys with similar interests. Went to the UCI briefing, so they put us all up in this room. We got spoken to by the UCI about their rules, the guidelines. We got spoken to by MyWhoosh about the like specifics of the race, answer like the questions that we might have regarding like how the race is going to be run, the settings, how we can set up the timings, all that. Um, we had like a little hydration information thing. So there's a number that we've got to be under in this hydration test to pass, to be able to race. But like given that like it's not something that we have done, like I don't know, like how do you know what your normal number is, or but yeah, like apparently it's like if you fail it, you're very dehydrated or something. Apparently the number's pretty easy, so that's the only information that I've got. So we'll go with that. Then we came back to the hotel, went and saw Kate because I hadn't seen her for like all day. Put a bottle cage on my bike, which will make the setup of the event a bit easier. Went to the pool area and just cruised out for a bit. We had to drop our bikes down to get loaded onto the truck to get taken out to the venue to get put on the trainers. So we're without bikes now, so soon actually, because it's the next morning, we're going to go out and test to make sure that things feel good on the setup. So that'll be exciting to see how it feels. I'll be doing a couple of little mini sprints on the Justo too to see how it feels, how the best way on the setup is to efficiently sprint, and then probably just see how the threshold feels on the flat briefly to see whether the gearing and resistance is the same as it is back home, or if that extra flywheel is going to help me, because that'll dictate my tactics a little bit for especially stage 2, if I can't sprint on the flat and that kind of thing. But this will come out afterwards, so that's fine to say. Ordered the Talabat again, so like the Uber Eats equivalent, just chicken and rice, basic stuff. Yeah, it's all carbs at this point, lollies, and then yeah, seeing the deal with this hydration test, which was very unknown. Was awake a bit later, watched a nice Matt Stevens, G Thomas video, which was pretty funny. Then yeah, sleep by 9, worse sleep than the others last night, but it's okay. Got enough sleep, but awake really early, just on edge, like race day, like all the testing that we've got to do. Thought there might be like some doping testing and stuff like that, but not that I've seen, for me anyway. Now just cruising out. Kate's down at breakfast, but I'm sticking to the 100% carb. So the lollies, the rice cakes with jam, that kind of thing. So lightweight, but calorie dense is the way to go on race day to try and hit the scales hydrated, fueled, and light. So yeah, it's currently 8:25 a.m. In a couple of hours, we're going to head out to the venue. So as I said, I'll do those testings. Then we get ferried out at about 3:30 p.m. We then are at the venue. We go into like a quarantine for a hydration test, which we can leave once everyone's done the test. And then from there, we're at the venue. We can kind of load up on our fuel preparation, warm up, and then get into it. Looks like tight timing by the time we get on stage and can actually warm up and get into it. So I'm gonna have to be like pre-warm to get ready for that all-out FTP test on the Mountains Verdict. Honestly, in terms of the racing, no real expectations. I'm kind of in a bit of a flat mood about it, like just because of the lead up, the trainer. So like I'm stoked to be here and loving it, but in terms of the race, like I'm not amped up for it. But we'll see how we go. We'll put our best foot forward. I'll no doubt be leaving everything on the table, but yeah, it'd be kind of surprising if I did any better than last year, given those factors. So we're just gonna give it a crack and see what happens. So yeah, next one of these I do will be probably the race itself. So cheers for watching. See you for the big one. Cheers.